Hello and welcome to the Tier Championships in I Division. My name is Queenie868686 and we are watching a match between Samantha9343 and Verdant Knight. So players seem to be ready and let's wait for the first kingdom. And here we go. So we do have a table with trashing by Sentry. Seems to be the only treasure next to Tanuki, which can gain you another card. Up to 2 coins more than the trashed card. We have plus buys by Messenger and potentially by Animal Fair side cards. We do have Plateau Shepherds for cards worth 2 coins. We can gain extra points. Potentially, we do have Avoid and Ritual, which is also treasure, but that gain you a curse, which might not be such a problem if you can trash with Sentry. So let's see. Samantha is going to start. So we have a 4-3 start. And they are trashing the estate, gaining a curse and gaining 2 VP. Where the knight starts with silver. Seems reasonable. Query to reduce the cost of cards by 2. Where the knight went for Sentry, which is quite good. Second Sentry here. Seems to be, I don't know, the first Sentry was for Samantha. We do have now the second Sentry for Verdant Knight. Okay, we are top decking silver, trashing coppers. And now we do have 5, another Sentry. And here we start the Odyssey for Verdant Knight. Same for Samantha now. Oh, that was a good draw to trash both estates. They are rotating now the Odyssey, but going for another Sentry. And we do have another 5 for Samantha. They are rotating, maybe going for the Sunken Treasure. Could gain you a card you do not have in play. An action card you do not have a copy in play. So we go for it. Sentry, trashing a copper. It's reasonable. Sentry, trashing 2 coppers. Maybe we should consider a second buy for sure. Both of them have only 1 buy at the moment. Fair. It's not a second buy for now, because the plus buy will be added per empty supply pile, which is not the case right now. But we'll see how this works out. So Verdant Knight seems very clean. I think both of them seem to be very clean, and both of them seem to go for the animal fair race. Oh, we are trashing copper. We are playing the old map for losing the estate, I would say. Curse. Nothing. Okay, they are going for province. Seems okay for now because, as I mentioned, do not really have plus by here on the decks of both players, so I think Artificer can gain you cards, but therefore you also need to draw. It makes sense to discard cards for gaining cards. So I guess, what are we going for here? Maybe, okay, they go for maybe, oh no, okay, they go for 2 distant draws here, okay. Seems also fine. Ooh, they're trashing the query. That is kind of interesting. So here, okay, you can discard Faithful Hound, which will, okay, they just want to tie the distant shore race. Seems okay. That's a little bit sad. Okay, we can discard a Faithful Hound here to get it in addition to our hand next turn, but they don't do that. Playing distant shore. Maybe it's a little bit sad to not hit another sentry to get rid of the estates you've gained from the distant shores, but oh, maybe they go for province here. Okay, not gaining anything with the sunken treasure. So, sad draw here for Samantha. Very good draw for Verdant Knight. Well, they can trash the estates. Here I would have used the Artificer first to get rid of copper and estate, maybe, potentially. Play the sentry later. Getting another round. And I think they will also go for the next province here. Maybe I would consider the Sunken Treasure for Tanuki here. To double province potentially on the next turn. Trash Animal Fair, for example. Something like this. Because I think both players are pretty fast pushing to get provinces. Okay, old map. Do we trigger? Yeah, Okay, they do get rid of curse. They should also trash both of them, in my opinion. Okay, they do not. They keep the estate. Do we use the artificial for something here is the question. Get another old map. Drawing. Once again, I would consider Tanuki here and gaining province. On the other hand, the estates are getting low. That means the animal fair plus buy will be activated pretty soon. But the actions are still the issue here, so we can just play one animal fair per turn. Otherwise, we would have needed to add contracts. Okay, distant forest. We should top deck both of them and just play the animal farm. Yeah, animal fair, sorry. They are setting aside a full hound with contracts. Okay, the province. Play and avoid. Old map. I think we should lose the faithful hound here, yes. Playing distant shore. Now, I would have considered to put the old map by contract to the next turn, because then we would have also plus action for the faithful hound, which is also set aside. But they are setting aside the animal fair, which is also not a bad decision, I guess. So, and now we do have 2 more provinces left. Draw seems pretty good here for Verdant Knight. Distant shores. Now, yeah, they need to play Artificer. Get rid of the 2 estates, 2 provinces and a faithful hound maybe, and then get the duchy. Playing animal fair, having 9. And still, I really would like to see Tanuki here for Ascendant Treasure. I think they go also for, no, they take a voyage, okay. Ooh. That's risky. That is risky. I would not have considered that. Ritual, yeah, ritual is also something we could have considered. Maybe to trash animal fair for points. But I think basically I would say this is over, yeah. That's over. So I think Samantha will take the lead here. Yeah, but she has it in hand, so I guess she. Yeah. So that was game one. So Samantha is in the lead. We have a second board. Game two. Verdant Knight is taking the first turn. So we do have a shaman game. With shaman for sure. Trashing. Gotthard is trash. Oh, we do again have a ritual game. Do have a mess. If you have no action cards in play, gain an action card costing up to 5. Which is pretty sad here, because we do have many treasure cards. And the captain. So what is the deal here? Both players are starting by 4-3. Gotthard seems reasonable. Devil's Workshop. Can be a thing. In my opinion, the blacksmiths are very good in this game. We do have village with mining village. We do have a second village with elder somehow. Gotthard is draw forever. That's correct. So that will be a necessary, reasonable thing here to go with Gotthard. Ritual Gotthard also seems very reasonable. To trash in the first turn is pretty good. Because the card will be added to the opponent immediately on the next turn, so this is kind of an advantage if one of both players is just considering this and the other one that is not. So here we saw that. So pretty reasonable move. Town for Verdant Knight. Then 2 shamans. Okay, so now I think Samantha is considering keeping 5 for charm. Second buy. Devil's Workshop for Verdant Knight. It's also good. I'm wondering about just one Gotthard getting bored until now. It's a little bit sad, but okay. Shaman. Oh, they just play 1. They can play 2. They even do not need to trash, even if they play the second shaman. You don't need to trash. You may trash a card. Because then the charm could give you 2 3-cost cards. But they decide for Devil's Workshop. That's a pretty sad draw for Samantha now. I think I would consider a Gotthard here, but they went for silver. It's a sad Gotthard because opponent did not trash. And here we get a gold. That seems reasonable. Yeah, I would. Yeah, Gotthard, silver. Maybe a second Gotthard would also be reasonable here. So now I think we see a first rotation of the townsfolk. Double Amos, yeah, it's also pretty nice, but to be honest, yeah, if you cut up to 5. I mean, now we do have the blacksmiths, that's pretty good, but the rest, okay, to get mining villages, it's okay, but not that tempting to get those. Yes, I agree. Both players are not crashing that much at the moment. Okay. We can have potentially, yeah, this is pretty good, yeah, for captain, but I do not know because the knight phase is after the buy phase, so I do not really know if this does not work. Or does it? Okay. So we do have 6 here. Blacksmith. Yeah, blacksmiths are very, very reasonable here. Okay, go to that. Do not draw because the opponent did not trash. We go for another shaman. So so what are we doing here? I mean, we can get 6, get a captain. I think captain is reasonable also to play it as Gotthard at any turn. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. Oh, no. The blacksmith pile is empty. So potentially 5. But I feel to have trashed both coppers feels better than getting a 5 cost this turn. Here we do see 8. I still feel captain is better. Okay, here we see the first green, the first province bought by Samantha. Yeah, the blacksmith are also pretty sad at the moment, so we are not working with mining villages and we are not working with goatherds. So the blacksmith seems very poor here in this kind of deck structure, but potentially they are very, very good. So here we Samantha is going okay. She's going for money-ish things. So maybe now we can see a little bit of a draw. Okay. Oh, I think they misplayed the blacksmith, huh? Draw until you have 6 cards in hand. I think they just drew 2 cards. Okay. We do have 7. I still want a captain. They go for another gold. Okay. 4 is another mining village. Here we do have also 4 potentially. Okay, they are trashing the estate. Get a curse and 2 VPs. Yeah, 2 gold, please. Yeah, I do not think this is going to happen, but it would be the best thing to accomplish. But here also, I've kept the blacksmith a little longer for the turn to draw more. So here we can trash a little bit and draw cards. Elder War Chest. But a very good draw for Verdant Knight for next turn. Ooh, Samantha goes for a second Howard. Interesting. Yeah, I do not think that the order is the correct one with the blacksmiths. I think potentially we could have drew more. We get to 8. Oh, they want to get the elders, which is fine. Piles are also okayish, so no pressure on here. What is Samantha doing? Okay, she goes for duchy and getting a gold. So very money stack here. I don't know. Still not fine with the order, to be honest. But yeah, so we need to trash copper and estate here. And maybe they are going for the last elder. I think they want, but Samantha is naming elder, so that means we need to choose something else. Mining village seems solid for their deck. So, okay. Okay. They have also many imps, so I think they want to draw through imps, elder, and blacksmiths. But yeah, as we do see the card amount in the discard and the deck pile is 29. So yeah, correct, Rev, you are absolutely correct. So the trash just contains 3 cards. And one is a province. They trashed the province with the ritual. Okay. Interesting. But okay. Interesting. You cannot. Okay. Yeah, but we are We are trashing 2 less cards, that's for sure. Okay, now we can draw up to 6. Can trash. I would not have triggered the shuffle here. I don't think that was a good idea. War chesting. So let's see what they are denying. Town crier, okay. Okay. Okay, they go. Okay, they went for duchy and province. They are 10 points behind. But okay, Samantha also goes for duchy. So Verdant Knight now can draw a bit. Blacksmith, Elder. They cannot play the Elder. Yeah, okay, because they have no actions left. That's sad. I think they miscalculated, both of them, the trashing advantage. But anyhow, here 7 still want to go for captain. I think yeah, it is items. That's correct. I think even what's the best thing here with those 7? Okay, trashing estate. Okay. Okay, they triggered shuffle again. Here I would also consider to trash the silver, to be honest. Because we don't really need it. But I think they go for 5 and maybe getting a duchy or another war chest. Duchy. I thought that. Here we will see just a province from Samantha, I assume. Maybe playing. Did we trash something? Did I trash something? Yeah. Okay, so now we do play an imp. Nothing left in the trash. The province cannot be taken by any player because it's more than 6 worth. Okay, we seem to have a break from Verdant Knight. So I saw that Verdant Knight has had 33 cards in deck plus the 5 hand cards. I think Samantha is quite same amount. So the piles are duchies are getting lower, but for the rest, I think it's still fine. So this game can take a few minutes more. Okay, we do see a mining village. That means we can draw with the blacksmith now 2 more cards. Here we need to go action 1 card. So we are again on 3 plus war chest. Here Samantha is going to name a duchy, I assume. Yeah, to name the duchy pile that I cannot gain duchy. And now what are I think they go for another mining village. I assume that's the best thing for their current strategy. Yes, And for the 3, maybe, okay, another town crier, okay. And we get another imp. They have many, many imps, so the collision potential is very high. But we will see how it goes. I do not understand why are we not trashing the estate by Shaman. That's a little bit unfortunate. Here we could have played the Elder before the Town Crier, but it's still fine. But same here, we need to trash the estate and the coppers. I go third. Yes. One estate is in trash. Okay, this seems clear to be 2 provinces. So Verdant Knight can get closer to Samantha. So we have VP count now, 29 against 26. So it's very close. So very exciting. In my opinion, the deck of Verdant Knight, even if I do not really agree with the strategy to trash that less, but I think the deck is much better on Verdant Knight's side. Because they just have added more action and more draw cards to the deck. So Samantha is going for another duchy. And here we do see draw by imp. And maybe they are lucky and drawing another imp. Not yet. No, they won't. Maybe here they can think of trashing Mining Village to get to 8, to get another province. Because I think it makes sense, even if the Mining Village can be gained by Samantha then, but I think it makes sense because they are 6 points behind, so then they can tie for the moment, and then we have 2 provinces to go, and okay, they do, okay, that's also interesting. I do not really agree with that, but okay. Maybe they do not want to touch the provinces, but okay, so now pressure's on. So Samantha has 12 points in the lead. Yeah, I agree. Ritual Duchy is not great there. So we will see how this works for Verdant Knight. I think they would have needed to trash the Mining Village to have any chance. Now, the Blacksmith needs to be played later. Because they can use the 2 shamans before, and then they can draw more cards. So this is not really not a winning move. They again trash the duchy for curse. So I think this might be kind of over, in my opinion, because points they can gain or reduce to a certain amount, and I think Samantha is also going to strike here another province in the next turn. So that means this. Okay, they are trashing a province, getting a curse. Yeah, I do not really agree with this ritual move, but yeah, anyhow, this also seems to be over. That means Samantha will stay in the lead for the match. Yeah, buying a state maybe. Yeah, this is unfortunately it's kind of over. I think the deck was better for World Night, but some decisions were not turning out in a good way or resulting in a good result. So that means Samantha keeps the lead by 2-0, and we will see the next game soonish. Yeah, I don't know about this trashing strategy. I mean, it could have worked better if we would have added more goat herds. Because then you can get rid of the curses faster. But yeah, many cards. Huh. And almost 30 turns. So we do have a next board. Okay, we have many things going on here. Let's start with side cards. Obelisk is related to advisor. That means each advisor gets you 2 more VP points. Friendly as a side card means Jeweled Egg is related to friendly side card. At the start of your cleanup phase, you may discard a friendly card to gain a friendly card. Might not be useful here. Okay, Recruiter, very good. We should go for Recruiters. Jeweled Eggs are also nice because they can be trashed and then you can gain some loots. What is the draw here is the question. Because the only draw I do see for now is Advisor. But I absolutely agree. The Recruiter needs to be top priority. Trashing because it seems to be the only trasher. Yep. Okay. We do see, I missed the start a little bit, but we do see many advisors, which is okay, but should not be top priority. But for sure, if you just get to 4, advisors are okay. But we should see, or we should get recruiters pretty soon. So, but both players do have the same issue. So we do not see a hand where we can get up to 5 money. But they are doing the rally of the jeweled eggs, which is okay, but for sure you need to trash first and then you can add jeweled eggs, but at least you need to rally it. That's for sure. But the piles are very are lowering very fast. So and we saw 1 recruiter already for Verdant Night, I guess. No. No, yeah. Now we saw another recruiter for Verdant Night and the first recruiter for Samantha. So now we are recruiting Jeweled Egg. This move was also maybe not the best, because we could have recruited the estate and could have bought another recruiter with five, because we do not get the loot in hand if we trash a jewel deck. But so they went for another advisor. I think the advisors are going to be emptied pretty soon. So here we are also trashing Jeweled X. Okay, we now do have 6. What do we do with 6? We go with another for another recruiter. Okay. Yeah. Now we do have 9. 610. That's good. Really nice to get your deck control done a little bit. What do we do here? I think another advisor is reasonable. Skirmisher. Oh, that's a little bit sad for Samantha here. But I still would consider. Okay, they go for the advisor. So now we need to see what could be the third pile. Recruiters are low. 5. Okay. That's a pretty good draw here for Verdant Knight. And the 610 helps a lot. So 12, 3 buys. I can see another recruiter here, plus skirmisher, recruiter, maybe candlestick maker. Maybe we want to push a little bit the pile pressure, but candlestick maker, I mean, it's not that good. It's not good, but question is, how do we push? Because Samantha seems to be very much behind here. Can be deck drawing here. Nah. I think they still will go for the skirmisher. So it's gonna be hard to escape that now from Samantha's side, because they will do the same thing again and again. So that means they will always start with 3 cards the next turns. I think this is kind of guaranteed. So that means the skirmisher pile can be the target here for Verdant Knight, or should be. So I guess this is kind of over somehow. I mean, it will not be this turn, but maybe next turn. I think they are. So what do we have? 12, 15, 18. 18 and 4 buys. That's close to win, but I think they will I think they will ensure to get another skirmisher and then, and yeah, a second skirmisher and a province. This should be the correct way, I would say. And then next turn they buy 3 skirmishers. No, they do it another way. Okay. This I do not really get, but because it's not really necessary to get a mountain village, you have enough actions. And there will be no pressure from Samantha as long as you go for skirmishes each turn and have skirmishes in play, because then they will start, or opponent will start with 3 cards in hand, which is very, very hard disadvantage. But we will see how it goes. Yeah, Verdant has only 4 buys. I do not really know why, because then that means they have just bought 3 jeweled eggs. Or maybe they had I do not remember the name of the card. The where you can gain another card and play it right away. Best one, thanks. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I saw it, but I'm not sure if it was on their side. Yeah, but now I think the next turn should be clear for Verdant Knight to get the 3 skirmishers, and then they have it. And Samantha is, yeah, in a pretty tough spot. So this is, I mean, the shield would have helped, but they never had it in hand when seeing skirmishes from opponent side. So I think this now should be the final turn. And then Verdant Knight could go to the scoreboard by having first win. Yeah. Manta resigned. So it's 2-1. Samantha still in the lead, but Knight close behind. We will see the next board. And here we go. We do have one side card, Prepare. Really nice thing. Pretty nice cantrips you can do with that. What do we do here? I do see plus by pawn. We have actions with Wandering Minstrel, Fishing Village, Handy Town. Draw is, and we do have action capitalist. Draw is Handy Town. Capital City can be draw, advisors draw. We do have Swamp Hacks, so can also distribute some curses. Yeah, Prepare Ironworks and Prepare. This is pretty good thing to do. Let's see what happens here. We do have, okay, buys a gold. Okay. We do not really trash. No, we do not trash here. We can trash by a boon potentially, but that's not a Not guaranteed for sure, so that's a little bit sad. Here for 3, we should go with Shantytown. Shantytown is pretty good here, I would say. Swamp Pack is in play. The Swamp Pack just strikes when we buy in buy phase. That means we can still gain cards with Ironworks. So we do have 10-0 legendary, okay, and Ironworks. Instead of legendary, I would have gone for the second Swarm Pack from Samantha, because then we can play potentially Swarm Pack each turn, so one each turn. And then, okay, for 3, Verdant Knight, what do we do here with 3? I still like Shantytowns, because we will have a lot of trash in the future here, potentially. So we are dropping. Okay, they are dropping silver. That's interesting. Discarding silver. Would not have triggered the shuffle here. I mean, we still can prepare. That's always a nice out we do have each turn. Especially if Capital City can be nice. Which should be in play. 9. Another legendary. Okay. I mean, legendary Capital City can also be draw. Swamp Pack Capital City is also draw, but to be honest, I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little bit wondering why. Okay, the capital cities are not still on 10 here, so this is I am very much convinced of Shantytowns here. Because I think they are counter to trash and counter to to trash on your hand and counter to legendary also somehow. So maybe I do get it wrong, but that is what I want to have. But anyhow, okay, they are preparing one estate. Okay, I do not really get this. Okay, advisor. Here they should, they should discard the advisor. That's okay. Here we can think of a prepare. Okay, going for province. Yeah, that's correct. The plus buy is very important here, because the pawn is the only plus buy here, and I'm still a little bit sad that we do not touch also the capital cities are not really. I mean, now Verdant Knight has Samantha, sorry. They should go for capital city second buy. Yeah, that's good. Good decision, I would say. Oh, that's sad. I mean, it's good. Sorry, I was thinking of another card. No. Oh, the advisors are doing pretty well here. So here we need to go for plus buy indeed. And I would say, why not Shantytown and another Ironworks? And buying Capital City. This would be my take. But they go for the... Okay, I think I very rarely saw Legendary down to 4. That's interesting. For 3, and let's go. Shantytown. No, they go for Fishing Village. I don't think actions are such a problem here. But yeah, agree. Prepare against the hack. I would have prepared everything, yeah. I mean, playing the legendary and then prepare everything. But they decided to go for the province and gain a curse. I think we do see a province here as well from the knight, yes. So, what do we do here? Prepare, play 1 gold and prepare, or buying capital city. No, they are preparing. So, and now we do see a nice, not that nice hand, but can be good. So they need to draw and buy. Okay, they just did they do plus action plus. I would prepare here, to be honest. I would have prepared the legendary for next turn for sure, and maybe also the Ironworks. But they decided to buy a gold and gain a curse. Maybe not the best decision. So now we do see capital city here. We can draw. And yeah, and now they should get into the position to kind of, with the second buy, to kind of prepare a return. And in my opinion, then capital city is getting stronger, but they just have 1 in deck. Because then you can draw forever. Yes. 17 curses to at 7. I mean, the decks are getting bigger, and we do just have 2 Swamp Hacks in both decks in total. But yeah, okay, we saw a second Capital City. That's nice, because Capital City very, very strong here, in my opinion. So, Verdant Knights. Should think about prepare or getting a capital city here. Shantytown capital city would be my call. No, They go for Minstra. But for capital city. Yeah, I think we will see a province here from Samantha. Not reasonable. Okay, they should discard a pawn. No, they did not. So the plus buy is guaranteed here. Should discard. Yeah, but I think it's correct. But here, Word I should consider to prepare. At least. Okay, please plus buy. Yes. Okay. Okay. Ironworks. Okay. Top deck, good cards. Okay, they want to go for province. Yeah, I can understand this and their position, but I still think the prepare would have been better for next turn. Even now they drew a gold, so the legendaries would have been very strong here, but unfortunately they decided in another direction. So okay. They are now going for the estates to. Oh, it's risky to go for province here. I would. I think they should have prepared as well. So, but we do have a tie at the moment. So let's see what Samantha is doing. I think, yeah, to get here furnace, yeah, to go with estate and now to get province is high pressure. So, but it seems that they can maybe resist. So we need to. Oh, I would not have discarded a fishing village. I would have discarded one pawn because of the draw, of the potential draw. So now they will go for estate. Oh yeah, get capital city, discard two estates or a curse. That's unfortunate. Oh, and that is also. Yeah, they go for duchy now. Next turn is nice, but Samantha, yeah, has it. That is 3-1 for Samantha. Quite interesting decisions. So Samantha goes 3-2-1. So can be the deciding game now. Game number 5. So we do have a board. Baron, first call for Samantha. Verdant Knight has 3. Remodel Mill. Oh yeah, Mill is cheap. 3. Remodel Mill seems correct. And they are heading for the mills. What is the plan here? We do have we do not really have actions. We have a kind of a village by Royal Carriage combined or related to mills. The only chance we do have, and Catacombs is draw. So payload via sack of loot. Baron can be payload, villain. That would. I do not really hate the Baron thing. I do it. I do it sometimes by myself. But yeah, basically we do want to trash estates here. But sack of loot is seems to be nice. We need to thin, but we cannot really thin because the remodel is not really trashing. It is just exchanging card. So but remodeling loots is always can be a thing here. Even with the Royal Carriage, also the Scepter works with the remodel then. Can be also a thing. So let's see. Verdant Knight plays mill, remodeling into mills, so now the mills are gone. And now the remodeling stuff for estates, for example, is not really tempting anymore. So we need to remodel to silver then. But here we are going for province. Samantha goes for province, pretty fast, pressure on, makes sense. I think this is a pretty money-ish game or remodel game with the loots. So I'm wondering if there's something else to do here, but I do not really see something. I mean, catacombs and loots. We can draw a lot of loots, but we still have. Oh, price code is game changer here. Because price code really trashes cards. So what do we do? 5, yeah, we're going for remodel. Absolutely fine. So we are building. Okay. 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 They went for Scepter. So we have another loot on Samantha's side. Pretty fast on looting. Villain. So I think they will discard the Baron. And here we do see Figurehead and Scepter. Can we Scepter the? Oh, it's action card. Okay. They went for a second province. Yeah, pillage. I was thinking about, but I do not really see the engine here. But for sure it will cause some damage, or it can. But maybe it's too slow. I do not know. I think the sack of loot thing combined with the remodel is, I think, the easiest way to go, especially with the scepter. So it's tricky. I would say. I would say it's hard to beat if you have an opponent going straight with maybe 2 remodels and stack of loot, and then that will be hard to beat, I would say. Okay, that's this. Okay, not have played this villain like that, but okay. So what are we doing here? Well, knight is discarding, playing scepter for money, getting a province maybe. I mean, they need to close the gap a little bit because otherwise I think they are a little bit too far behind. Ah, conquest turn, yeah. Hmm. I really would like to see that engine. I mean, maybe it's too late and I do not really see it, but I still think the remodel looting thing is. I mean, at least now, if as Samantha has drawn the price code, this will help this engine a lot. Well, the remodel engine, I mean, and I think she's very, very far ahead. Yeah, yeah. I think if you start from the beginning, I can imagine it can be competitive. Um, but yeah, now it's just getting getting some money on the board and try to compete to the 29 VPs here. Um, yeah, seems to be over, I would say. So we are remodeling here the sack of loot, or we do it like this, also works. Yeah, do we see the last, the knight can get the last province, maybe they will do to end the game. No, they hope for that. And that's game. So yeah, um, congratulations to Samantha9343. Well played. Has won by 4-1 in those I tier league championships, tier championships, I division. Thank you for listening, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and see you around next time. Bye bye.